What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm super happy you're here. Today I want to talk about 5 insecure habits. I'm talking to all my girls out there that you need to drop to be living your best life, the life that you deserve to live, the life that you should be living. And these 5 insecure habits, from my personal experience, have been debilitating and have been just taken away from your life experience. Today is the day to drop those habits. This serves as a reminder not only for you, but also for myself. That's why I'm sitting here with no makeup on. Just want to embrace what I'm trying to tell you guys. Number 1, and I think this is one of cancerous habits that I think every woman has, and that's a comparison paradigm. That's what I call it. We girls, we love to compare ourselves to other girls and try to find everything that's wrong with us, everything that whatever girl it is you compare yourself to that you don't have and she has, and while you'll never be good enough, why your existence is just horrible. This is something that I needed to learn the hard way, and I'll still every day learn, is that comparing yourself to somebody else just, first of all, doesn't make sense, and second of all, just is a losing battle. You'll never win that game. I feel like our ego chose that game because we're losing it. We're not meant to win that game. Our ego is trying to make us feel bad about ourselves. So that's something that you need to drop today. Don't compare yourself. Why? You don't really know other people. You don't really know what's going on in their life. Their bodies are better than yours. You see that maybe they're prettier than you, but here's some news, guys. There will always be somebody who's better looking than you. There'll always be somebody with a better body than you. There'll always be somebody better than you. And that's just fact. It's like a circle. You'll be better than somebody else better than you, and then there's somebody else better than them, and you're better than them, and then it continues. Whenever you find yourself comparing yourself to somebody else, try to compare yourself to an older version of yourself. So instead of comparing yourself to this girl, compare yourself to yourself from last year and count all the things you have achieved, all the things that make you proud about yourself, all the things that are good about yourself. Stop trying to find negative things about you, because that's what comparison is about. Comparison is just about lack. You're trying to find what is lacking, what you're lacking, what is wrong with you. Stop doing that. If you want, you will always find what you focus on. If you want to find something wrong with you, you'll find it. Like today actually was a day where I didn't feel good. I had a day where I was comparing myself. I was like, fuck, I just don't like feel myself today. I started thinking about things that are wrong with me, things that are just not good with me, and they're plentiful when you think about them and focus on them. Today was a day where I really had to pull myself together and be like, okay, what is great about me? What do I love about myself? Like, what am I proud of? One thing that is most important about this is I feel like it's debilitating. I didn't want to make this video because I didn't feel good about myself. I forced myself to do this video because I was in that comparison paradigm of like looking at other people. Oh, they're more successful, or they're better looking, they have a better body, they do this, but this, it never ends. So it's important that you guys drop this today. Please do me and yourselves a favor. Compare your current self to your past self. That's a battle you can win. You can always be better than yesterday, and that's a healthy comparison. But stop comparing yourself to other people, especially you don't know other people. You don't know their real life. You don't know what they're going through. Just don't do that. Number 2, and I call it the body shame. And that goes out to my fellow girls out there, to all the women and all the ladies. Girls, I feel like our bodies have so much shame, cultural, societal. Like I feel like the female body is full of shame, and we feel it. We have it in us generationally. I feel like we have it in us historically. Our body was always like, don't show your body. It's shameful. There's something shameful about your body. Our periods, shameful. There's always something that we are made feel is wrong with our bodies. We're too big. We're too skinny. Our tits are not big enough, or too small. Our butt is not big enough. This, that. I feel like besides just the body and beauty standards, there's shame. Like you shouldn't be naked. You shouldn't show your body off. There's so much shame in that. I think coming from Europe and the United States is like they top that. There's even more, shame, especially on women and women's body. And around the world, there's countries where women, like the feminine, is so suppressed and oppressed. The cultural imprint that we have on our bodies, we carry that with us, and I feel like we do have a lot of shame on our bodies, and that's something that I think is very important to drop. Not just the beauty standard, but just generally the shame, about our periods, about hair on our body. I mean, I don't like hair on my body, and that's a personal choice, but again, I feel like that there's a lot of shame on that too. I want to encourage you guys to stop feeling shameful and connect with the power of your body and how amazing it is. You are able to create and carry and deliver life. How mind-blowing is this? To me, motherhood is a wonder of this world. We take it, it's like normal, like everybody has children, but when you really think about it, it. It's not normal. It's insanely crazy and beautiful what our body can do. Every month we're going through a cycle. Every month our body, the hormones, emotions go crazy in order to, bring this wonder. So connect with that. Connect and honor your body and don't shame it for what it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful temple, and it's so powerful compared to males' bodies. Is definitely the more powerful body that we have, and it can do so much. It does so much. So no more body shaming in any capacity. Stop shaming your body. There's nothing wrong with your body. Now, in terms of weight, I feel like there's a big emphasis for girls about weight. I do want to make a comment that I think that there's an unhealthy weight on both ends. So you can be too skinny and you can be overweight, and it's not healthy. So you're loading your body with burden if you're overweight, and you're not properly feeding your body if you're underweight. So besides that, there's people that have higher set points. Take care of your body. Exercise. Exercise is the best medicine for any type of illness most of the time, because exercise reduces inflammation, and inflammation is usually the cause of, honestly, most illnesses, as they have found, is microinflammation in the body. I'm not a medical professional, but I read a lot of medical articles, to get more information about how to optimize our body. So take care of your body and take away the shame and honor your body. It deserves it. It's always there for you. Number 3, you do not need to be pleasant. I think that is like an insecure habit that I have a lot. It's the people pleaser habit. I think that's something inherent in girls. There's a great book by Adam Grant. It's called Give and Take, and it talks about takers and givers in matters in life. So people that just take and people that give, and how these two groups perform compared. And it's interesting how women get paid less in certain positions. They did a study on that, not because they did worse work or not because they don't deserve to be paid more. It's because they were less assertive, asking for promotion and asking for an increased pay. Men are usually, they have the masculine energy. They go in, they don't care. They're like, I want more money. But women want to be pleasant. That's what he mentions in that book too. Women want to be pleasant. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to be a burden. I want to be, I want to be perceived as nice and as pleasant. So I'm not gonna burden and ask them for more money. That's really a big reason why women are paid less, is because they're not assertive, because they are scared that they're not pleasant. And that's crazy. For me, I'm scared to tell people on the street if I'm stopped. Like, sometimes I had this incident where a guy stopped me and he held my hand and wanted to talk to me, and I was not assertive, and I'm like, excuse me, I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. I was trying to be nice. And that's a big thing. Girls try to be nice. Stop trying to be nice. You don't need to please anybody. It's not necessary to be a people pleaser. You're not going to be disliked only because you set your boundaries. I think that's a big thing for girls. Set your boundaries. Be firm on, this is what I accept, and I don't accept anything beyond that boundary. And I personally have big issues with that. I love to take care of people. I love to be pleasant. I love to be nice. I love to connect with people and be adaptive. That's my personality. I see how people are. I'm a very empathetic and sensitive person, so I can gauge other people's energy fairly well. And depending on their energy, I match their energy to be pleasant. And I do that subconscious, not something that I choose. But in certain circumstances, that's great. It's a great opener and icebreaker. But in other circumstances, it's just crossing my boundaries and violating my boundaries even, right? So you don't need to be pleasant. Stop being a people pleaser. It's not necessary. It's actually hurting us. Whenever you feel like you want to please people, take a breath and remind yourself that it's not bad to be disliked, first of all. It's actually going to help you further in life and not take you back. It's something that will help you progress in life faster because you're clear on your boundaries and what you're willing to accept from other people. Another point number 4, it is the sex factor, or in other words, embrace your sexuality. I think that especially in America, sex is looked down upon. People are prude. Sex is bad. Sex is dirty. You shouldn't have sex. Okay, if people didn't have sex, none of us would be here. Look at everybody you see. They exist because somebody else had sex. It's crazy to me that such an essential part of life is just being really held under the blanket and suffocated, and sex is just really a necessity, but you shouldn't be really doing it. For women, I think, because they're more connected to their emotion, they're more connected to sex because sex is a flow. Sexual energy is the strongest energy there is. There's actually a study that found out that people who have sex are more successful at their job. And I can completely understand why. Sex is a huge part of our life, of human nature. And I think especially for women are ashamed in sex. Women, shouldn't have sex. They should preserve themselves when they have fantasies. It's dirty when they want to live out their sexual nature. That's very unhealthy. I think that's horrible, especially for women. In fact, I think women barely rarely have the space to safely live out their sexual fantasies and their sexuality. What I experienced, and obviously that doesn't go for everybody everywhere, but I think that men are disconnected and relationships are not hyped. It's more so you want to be free, you want to live your life, you want to have casual sex. I don't think there's a thing such as casual sex, but besides that, women really need, you know, time and trust and be connected with their heart and with the other person to really fully express their sexuality. By the way, guys, if you want to watch an amazing video that you want to send bros that need to hear that, Rod, my boyfriend, he made an amazing video on habits that men need to drop to become less sexless and also to be more pleasing to us women and to connect with us and, you know, give us the space for sex. But that's just a side note. I'll leave the video in the description down below. Anyways, ladies, my point is don't be afraid to live out your sexuality, your sexual fantasies. Connect with your body, connect with how beautiful you are. You are the divine feminine, you are the flow, you are life-giving. So connect with that. Don't let anybody shame you in your... Oops, that was my puppy. Hey, you interrupted the show. Don't let anybody shame you in sex. It's vital, it's beautiful. And again, I think sex is very, very important for your overall well-being and for your life. Sexual energy is elevating and is something that is not celebrated enough. So you should embrace your sexuality more with yourself. You don't need a partner necessarily. By appreciating your body, masturbation, not a bad thing. Touching yourself, just feeling yourself, not shameful at all. Very important for your life and your well-being, and very important to be connected to your body with a partner too. You don't want to be disconnected from your body. You don't want to be ashamed of your body. Again, your body is beautiful. The last point I want to make, which I think is hitting me slowly now that I'm getting older, is the shame of age. Women are shamed aging just by getting older, as we all do. We all get older, we all die, we all lose our youth, but I feel like women are especially shamed in that, as if it was their fault that they're getting older. As like, bitch, youth gone, like you're done. That's horrible. I think that's such a horrible pressure on women on something that can't, just like almost like we are being shamed into dying. We're shamed that we're aging, and a process that is not yet reversible or stoppable. And connect with the fact that with age, other things come that you don't have with youth. Yes, you have your youthful look and maybe the youthful energy, but when you get older, you gain wisdom, you gain knowledge, you gain presence, you gain insights. You're more connected to yourself. You know who you are better than when you were 18. There's just more of you because your presence expands. So aging, you know, is inevitable, and just embracing it and see the good parts of it. So these are top 5 insecure habits that you ladies need to drop today because they don't serve you at all. You need to replace them with good habits, with embracing yourself, embracing your booty, embracing who you are, and I promise you this will change your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next one.